Good morning and welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today from Streator, Illinois. Today's verse is 1 Peter 1:13. Therefore, prepare your minds for action. Keep sober in spirit. Fix your hope completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. I love this verse. In fact, I have it committed to memory. It starts with therefore, and of course, every time it says therefore, we got to go back and check the context. The context has been, we've got a great advantage in that we are in the New Testament times. Even the Old Testament prophets who wrote about Jesus didn't have the whole picture that we have now that we have the New Testament. And even the angels don't have the full picture. They don't have the full knowledge. And we have that advantage. Plus, we even have the Holy Spirit living inside us. And one of the things that He does is teach us about His Word. We have this great advantage. And now, therefore, for that reason, prepare your minds for action. Well, what does that mean? You prepare your minds for action. Isn't action usually done with like hands or feet? How do we prepare our minds for action? Well, based again on this whole context, it should be obvious that checking out His Word, studying the Bible, looking in even the Old Testament for instances of Jesus in there, and especially of His love and God's loving plan that passed throughout all eternity and is in that Bible codified for us to find out. That's part of preparing our minds for action. As a corollary, I would add we should start to commit some verses to memorization so that they would really dwell within our soul. It says, keep sober in spirit. This Christianity thing is no joke, and we shouldn't play around at it. Not that we can't have light moments where we say a joke or something like that. But our salvation is no joke. And we need to pursue that with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. Finally, it says, fix your hope completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. Remember, hope is not doubtful. It's for sure. It's just waiting with expectation, knowing it's going to come to us. And we might be suffering some hardship right now, but in the end, we're going to be in His presence. And that is the glorious grace that is to be brought to us. Let's look at a couple of cross references. The first one is Hebrews 12:1 and 2. Therefore, since we have so great a cloud of witnesses, that's those Old Testament prophets, surrounding us, let us lay aside every encumbrance and the sin which so easily entangles us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. Get serious about it. Really run it. Fixing our eyes on Jesus. That's, again, action of your mind. Everything we need is on Jesus. That's where we should fix our complete focus. The author and perfecter of our faith. Now notice, author of our faith. He created our faith. It's not even my faith. It's His faith in me. Who for joy set before Him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. That's again the grace that's going to be brought to us. Jesus suffered and showed us what it's like to endure suffering, because there's a glorious grace at the end of the road. One last one, since we're on the race metaphor here. 1 Corinthians 9:24. Do you not know that those who run in a race all run, but only one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may win. Jesus shows us several times that not everyone's going to get to heaven. In fact, there's going to be very few. There's going to be a lot of people that said, wait a minute, what do you mean we're not going to heaven? We did this whole Christianity thing. What do you mean? And Jesus says, I never knew you. Jesus also says that the way to heaven, the path is narrow, and the way is thin. We got to really make sure we're focusing on the straight and narrow path, and it's all through Jesus Christ, because that's the source of our grace and strength. So let's choose to love Him every moment, because then we're going to love every moment. I'm your average wretch, and I hope you have a great week.